What's up, guys? Welcome back to the JP and Trav Show on the JP and Trav YouTube channel, and also live from Travis's X account, Travis Skull. As always, the host with the most, JP, and to my right, I'm my esteemed co-host, brother, and friend, Travis J. Davison. Travis, how you feeling, brother?
I'm great, man. Football's back. Football's back. Micah Parsons is now in our division, so that'll be interesting to deal with in 2025. But yeah, football's back. I took in some of the Boise State, South Florida beatdown, but been having a busy day, man. Getting ready to go to Norman in the morning. Spend tomorrow just getting ready, preparing for the season. Kind of since we didn't have the spring game. This is kind of acting as like a little reunion of sorts, the day before the game. So really excited to get to Norman, really excited to kick this thing off. How are you doing, brother?
Yeah, no, that's good, man. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm recovering from a long week of of volleyball. I obviously am doing both, and I stupidly, granted, when I scheduled it, I believed we had a different team because we had a senior that was supposed to really a senior that's supposed to be a junior this year, but was supposed to be a senior by her class she was in, but she graduated early. She's now in college at 16, who was
Jeez.
my best hitter in our middle, and so she went there, and then my coach obviously left, and there was another player that left along with another two setters that left along with that, and so I scheduled based off of that team. And the team I have is still we're still okay. Don't get me wrong, we're still decent, but we have 4 games in 7 days, and so it's just a lot, and recovering, and had some practice tonight finally, and able to take a little bit of a breather. But I'm excited, man. I thought I was gonna miss some of the first game because we had a game scheduled, but we rescheduled it to later in October this Saturday, and man, I'm gonna be able to enjoy some Oklahoma football.
There you go. There you go. There's good news. Good news. So, some games going on right now. Let's do our scoreboard update. South Florida is putting B2A. I think they must have already did. It went final.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Yep, it went final.
34-7. Rutgers in Ohio in a shootout. Rutgers wins 34-31. Nebraska and Cincinnati getting underway now. UT Martin hanging in tough. Oklahoma State, that is 17-7. I do believe Gavin Freeman has a touchdown there. And then Duke, I believe Andrel Anthony has scored a touchdown. So looking at former Sooners that are scoring touchdowns, got to love that. Missouri up 26-0 on Central Arkansas. Apparently, Caden Green has had a rough outing today, according to my Twitter timeline. He was trending, and I was like, "What is going on? Did they throw they rule him eligible and throw a little pop pass to him? Did he get hurt? No, apparently not. So I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, so I was not tuned into the Missouri Central Arkansas game. But
Yeah.
It looks like Missouri's going to win that one going away, as we all expected them to. So, game week, of course. I've got to rep Horns Down Apple Pie.
Yes, sir.
So Horns Down Apple Pie. Got to do just an unsolicited, unpaid, ad read here for them because they're now in bars and restaurants in Norman. So Horns Down is now in the Mont, Pepe Delgado's, Rock House, Yo Pablo's, Coach's Corner, Louis, and Land Run, and then their vodka is in the Mont and the Library. So we'll go ahead and enjoy some Horns Down Fine Spirits and raise money with each purchase to OU Baseball, NIL. So anyways, appreciate the fellas over there at Horns Down. Dink and Addison, super, super cool dudes. So, but yeah, man, let's get into it.
Dude, we are finally here. It's game week number 1. Man, it feels like it's been such a long time since we've done, an actual game preview. And, we obviously have the depth chart, and we haven't been able to talk about yet that came out. So I think that's where, man, we should start is, what does this depth chart that come out look like? Do you think that it's, just obviously pomp and circumstance? Do you think that there's some legitimacy to it? Because obviously, you have your certain sect of Sooner fans that are like, Aaron Cadex are tight end number one, Jaden Otts RB3. What's going on? So what do you think of the depth chart? And then let's get a little bit into like what the Sooners need to do Saturday to win, or at least to make people pretty excited about the season.
To cover the spread. Great teams cover. So yeah, I think so when it comes to depth charts, it signals that we're in game week. So I get excited about the depth chart. I'm less caught up in the content of the depth chart. Do I think Jaden Ott's going to be our third string running back all year? No, I do not. Even with some of the offensive line, the way that things read out, like Xavier Robinson, I don't think he's our fourth string running back personally. Obviously Kendall Dolby is going to be added to the situation. Giovanni Gibson's going to be added to this team. So, week one depth chart, I think it can be used to reward dudes. I think that's the reason Javonte Barnes and Torrey Blaylock are atop the running back room, is because they were available and they're rewarded for being available this whole time. I think they'll get a lot of run. I think they might lead the team in carries this weekend. But also, no real surprises. I do like looking at this year's depth and competitive depth, #competitive depth. That's what you all remember from Brent's first year about how he wanted to build competitive depth. And that was kind of the buzzword. So I think we have that now. You look at our defensive line, look at those numbers, look at the weights, look at the sizes, look at the talent along the defensive line. You've got a guy like PJ Adebaware. That's not, a surefire starter. He would probably start a lot of places. Marvin Jones Jr., and Taylor Wine, guys like that. They're a lot of talented dudes, Danny Okoye and all them. So really excited about the depth along the defensive side of the ball. I don't put a lot of stake into the week one depth chart. I'm just happy that it's here. What were your initial thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think, again, we've talked about, like, I know I've had people send me about specifically Jaden Ott being RB3. And I was like, I think anybody that's been around and understands, what's happened this summer knows that Jaden Ott is unequivocally running back number one. He just, obviously is recovering from his injury. The way he's been talked about, obviously he's in mock drafts. I think some people have PTSD due to Marco Murray's rotations, but clearly it sounds like, Ben Arbuckle has anything to say with it. He's going to stick with the guy as opposed to, maybe kind of being interesting on the rotations. But yeah, man, I think defensively it's about what you expected. I'm sure, people are excited to see specifically PJ Adebaware, firmly planted behind our Mason Thomas. We've had a lot of people dog on him and everything like that. And there's no shame in being behind our Mason Thomas now. Like that guy is a monster, and he's getting some NFL pub, as we speak. And so if PJ can really turn into something this year and he can stay healthy, then I think, we're talking about just a crazy defense. We already are as it is. A lot of people think it's going to be top 10. And so to me, I think that the offense is probably a little bit more interesting. And I'm gonna pull it up here, actually, matter of fact, so we can just see it. Hopefully everybody can see that. Okay, Trav, can you see that all right? It look good to you? You see it pretty clear.
I can. I don't know if others can, but I can. There you go. Zoom.
Yeah. So, I think that, again, the biggest one is like, man, you got Jaden Ott Ord with Xavier Robinson. You got Barnes and Blaylock from this plan. Where's our 5-star number one running back, Taylor Tatum? Where's that guy at? And I think that probably freaks people out. Obviously, you can see the Ords on the offensive line is negative, but, I see it as competitive depth, right, that we won, that we talked about. And then, like I said, defensively, I think it's about what we expected. Eli Bowman's not healthy right now, but Cortland Guillory, at that number one or that left cornerback position, Gentry obviously firmly supplanted as the right cornerback, and having him healthy is just huge, right?
Right. Right.
I will say that I think the Boganowski Spears Jennings award is interesting. I think that's more about Boganowski. Ooh, than it does Spears Jennings. Sorry, I'm reacting to a crazy hit on the Nebraska game, but go ahead.
Oh, who made the hit? Was it Williams Nwaneri or was it
No. It's Cincinnati's on defense right now.
Jason McCullough?
Somebody
But so yeah, I think Robert Spears Jennings to me is the starter there. Shout out Bogue, though. I mean, that's the thing. Like, what makes me excited about this is the young dudes that are up there. Like Reggie Powers came in the same class. Like young dudes, Bogey, Powers, right? Guillory, right? You look at some of these guys. Jeremiah Newcomb listed on there. I mean, even getting some of the other guys listed on the depth chart. Devon Jordan, like young guys that are going to be making plays. So that means that we're going to have a big draft class this year. Like we have 10 Senior Bowl, top 300 guys that will get invites. When you look at a lot of the guys that are going to be gone, you can say, man, I really wish we had another year of these guys. And I do. A lot of guys are going to go off to the NFL, and that's a good thing. You want Brent to start stacking some draft classes here at Oklahoma. But also some of these young guys, man, we're in good shape. Like we're in good shape. And a lot of the transfers they went after had some room, had some extra eligibility. They didn't have a lot of just mercenaries. With John Mateer, he's really kind of the only maybe John Mateer, Kendall Daniels, Marvin Jones Jr., Derek Simmons might be some of the guys that we feel like might be mercenaries. I know that the discussion in the comments earlier, I think it was Kirby, talked about how Todd McShay said one of the biggest storylines, maybe the second biggest storyline of the entire college football season, is Mateer's season in draft rise, because I think CBS had him as the number 13 overall pick on a mock draft that dropped either yesterday or today. So, I mean, I'll put it this way: if John Mateer has a season that gets him drafted in the top half of the first round, Oklahoma is going to the playoff.
Yeah.
Like, simple as that. If that happens, Oklahoma is going to the playoff.
Yeah.
Because the whole question this year is, man, how's that offensive line going to be? How's the wide receiver room going to be? Is John Mateer going to be able to step up in the level of competition and produce? Well, if he's a top 15 pick, that means he produced at a high level and answered a lot of those questions. So, I mean, from that CBS writer's pen to God's ears, my friend.
Yeah. Indeed. Yeah, I think that I'm excited for just the first touchdown. I mean, even just watching, as we're watching a little bit of the Nebraska-Cincinnati game, even just watching that dude, just seeing how offenses can consistently get first downs, like passing the football. It's just
we haven't seen that in a while.
We just didn't see that last year. And I know it sounds dramatic, but it's just the truth. Like, Travis, I can't remember seeing that on a consistent basis ever.
Not on a consistent basis. Not at all. Do you remember out of 12 12 third down attempts last year in the opener, how many we converted? 12 third down attempts. How many did we convert?
In the opener?
In the Temple game.
Oh,
51-3. We won 51-3.
Wasn't it one?
One.
Crazy.
Those are the kind of things that you need to be up in the 70-80% conversion rate against FCS teams. You have to be.
Yeah.
And if you're not, man, those SEC teams are licking their chops. So, I hope we don't see 12 third downs, at least from the first unit. But I hope that unit is able to convert at a high clip. Who do you think? And I want the chat to get in on this. Derek, what's up, dog? Kelso, appreciate you popping in. Obviously, Kirby, I'm always thrilled to see you. So I appreciate you jumping in, repping our Christian Darrisaw love. I want you guys to guess. Nate Dog, I see you. KRJ. Who do you think scores the first touchdown of Oklahoma's season? And if it's Mateer, if it's a pass, say who catches it. If it's Mateer, then obviously you're saying that he runs it in. But Oh, Boomer 129. Sorry, man, I wasn't scrolling, man. I just looked at who was there. Boomer 129 is always in here. Got to show love to Boomer 129. So as well as Jimmy Cutter, who said first earlier. So first touchdown. JP, who do you have scoring the first touchdown?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. This is unorthodox. I'm gonna go Jaren Kanak.
Jaren Kanak, tight end one.
Tight end number one. And granted, I know we'd like to see an explosive play, so I know people are going to go with that. I'm going to go the opposite way. Not that we don't have explosive plays to get down there, but maybe we're in a goal line situation or a red zone situation, and Jaren is able to leak out on something that Arbuckle designs, and I think that would be really cool. So I'm gonna go with Kanak. That's what I'm gonna do.
Jaren Kanak. Wow. Sorry, I got to answer this with Derek. Am I doing any radio from the Horseshoe? The Horseshoe, I'll be doing it from O'Connell's after the game. We do it at O'Connell's. 90 minutes, just 90 minutes, no ads for the in Tunica. No, Derek, I will not be doing radio on that. That'll be mainly a travel, eat, maybe gamble a little bit, maybe have a little cocktail in Tunica. I don't know, but I will not be doing radio from there. That'll simply be a travel stop. So let's see. We've got the Burke 71, Satania. This ding, ding, ding is my answer. Kirby. Kirby is correct on this, at least for me. Isaiah Satania developed that relationship with John Mateer in the offseason. I think he's going to have a really big year. And I think Isaiah Satania is a first score for like 22 yards or something. Nothing too crazy. We've got Mateer scores the first TD, I'm assuming on the ground, from Boomer 129. You've got going exotic. Wow. Throw to carry on. Gotcha. Play action pass to carry on for 46 yards. JP Kanak leaking, apparently. But here's the thing.
Did he say that? Oh, my God.
Really, if Jaren Kanak scores the first touchdown of this campaign after Bauer Sharp led the team in receiving yards from the tight end position a year ago, is it time to extend Joe John Finley? Chat, I'll have you answer that. But Jaren Kanak, I hope that dude. Honestly, I picked him to have, I believe, on the OU Insider pregame pod today. I think I said 4 catches for 46 yards and a touchdown. Mainly because I want to see, he's got something cooked up for a touchdown celebration. You know it.
Yeah, I do. I know for a fact he does. He says Blaylock breaks one.
Hey, Blaylock's going to have a big game because I think he's going to get a lot of carries. When you look at, Michigan game, or as we get into the SEC, I like Torrey a lot, but you would think that Jade Knott's going to kind of be your bell cow once he gets back fully healthy. I mean, he could be, if we play Texas this week, I guarantee you Jade Knott would be full go. Yeah. But no reason, with Michigan on the horizon, with their defensive line talent, especially Derek Moore, no reason. So I think Torrey Blaylock's going to get a lion's share of the carries, and I think he's going to make the most of them. I think he's going to play well, and he's got the explosiveness to break a long one. So,
yeah. So what are some things? Let me ask this too. Who gets the first turnover?
So I've got I'm going to go with the forced turnover. I think R. Mason Thomas has a strip sack of Rittenhouse, Illinois State quarterback. So I think that I don't know who picks it up, but I think R. Mason Thomas. He says he wants to go for the sack total. I think he's got to have 8 sacks in the 3 non-con games for that to happen. And so I think he's going to be out hunting for that. And here's the thing. Miguel Chavis is first-time position coach, right? He knows that.
Yeah.
Like, I still think he needs to – I think he takes pride in his guys doing, making the NFL. Obviously, you saw the tweets about Ethan Downs signing with Kansas City, which, of course, I broke. News breaking Travis. That's a new thing for me. But anyways, he was tweeting about that. He was tweeting about Trace Ford signed to the practice squad. So, he's a guy that takes pride in his guys' work. I think that he's going to do whatever he can and convince Brent, who's like a father to him, to do whatever he can to put R. Mason Thomas in enough advantageous situations to break that sack total this year. I think that R. Mason Thomas, 14.5 sacks, I think he breaks the record. I think Brent gets to hang his hat on the, hey, when I, in my reign as a head coach, the proud defensive history of the University of Oklahoma, I marched a low-ranked kid. We developed him, and he broke the sack record against an SEC schedule with Michigan on it. I think they would take a ton of pride in that. And these coaches, they know. They're cognizant. They are deliberate when it comes to a lot of the things. They know what's on the line. They know what goals are out there, things like that. So I think that R. Mason Thomas is going to have a strip sack. I think he has a big day.
Yeah. I mean, we're thinking R. Mason is going to be that level this year. That's what we think.
I think R. Mason Thomas, man. I think he's going to break the record, man. I think that it's impossible to stop off the edge, and I think that, we know that apparently one left tackle that he could be facing later this year is not having a great day today. So maybe in a game late in the year he gets to pad his stats a little bit more. But I do think that R. Mason Thomas, I think it's going to be a deliberate effort from the coaching staff to make sure that R. Mason Thomas is set up to succeed.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. For defensive line, and Kirby said Grayson gets a scoop and score. And hey, listen, I was just talking with Mr. Buford the other day. He was like, "Hey, I told Grayson when y'all doing another dance off," and I was like, "Look, man," because apparently Grayson talking trash and said I'm not prepared for all that. And I said, "Look, I've been taking a hiatus because I'm trying to make sure you keep your head in the game because you out here balling. I don't want you to have distractions. I'm not going to be the ire of the fan base because, let something happen to him and people are like, oh, he was too busy dancing with JP and rolled the ankle. Nope, not going to be me. Not going to be me. So, I've let him focus on the season. But you know what? Like if he wants to smoke, he's here. So, but anyways, I think that obviously we'll win clearly, but I think the big question is, what do we need? Like, what do you need to see to make you feel like, hey, this is going to be a different type of year? Because the reality is, when we play teams like this, and don't get me wrong, Illinois State, like for their level, is good for their level. But when we play teams like this, you expect, domination. You expect these things, and a lot of times fans are like, oh yeah, like we look good, but like. That's what you expected. Kind of like, how it was against Maine last year. Like, even as bad as we were, like, we actually looked good, decent against Maine. So what would need to be seen, in your opinion, in Chat's opinion, for you to be like, oh, yeah, this is different?
Man, it's tough because I've always said that you can't tell if you're team is a title team against an FCS opponent, but you can tell if they aren't. Yeah. So I don't think we can learn that they are what we think they are. Outside of a 84-0 drubbing, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that may look like what it's going to take. What I do want is no penalties. I want this team to be disciplined. Brent got here and preached discipline. He's very disciplined personally, just as a man.
Yeah.
No pre-snap penalties, no stupid unforced errors, things like that. No dumb stuff. Don't beat yourself just because you can overmatch the opponent. So no stupid penalties. I want there to be less than 5 penalties on the Sooners. I want them to run the ball effectively, and I want John Mateer to have above a 75% completion percentage. Because these games, it should be pitch and catch. This secondary is not good. So a little bit of a small preview of Illinois State. They're like the number 6 or number 7 team, depending on what poll you look at, in FCS this year.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a conference with the 3 of the top 5 teams in FCS: North Dakota State, South Dakota State, and South Dakota. Their linebacker is an FCS All-American. They've got a 2-time all-conference wide receiver that they're going to just spam the ball to. Their quarterback is poised to have an All-American year in the FCS. I think he threw for almost 3,000 yards a year ago and almost ran for 500. So he's almost a poor man's Mateer, if you will. So they've got experience coming back. They've got 2 offensive linemen coming back that have each logged over 900 snaps. They've got both leading rushers from a year ago coming back. They combined for 2,000 yards rushing. They have dudes at FCS dudes, surprisingly, that didn't get picked off by bigger schools. But when you've got a coach that's been there 17 years and these guys are seniors, maybe they just stick around for that. All that being said, the place that is their most obvious weakness, it is secondary.
Yeah,
they didn't shore up their secondary. They lost dudes there. They're going to have to count on freshmen and sophomores just stepping up and improving against John Mateer, Deion Burks, Isaiah Satania, Ivan Carrion, all these guys. So, that's where John Mateer ought to eat is, keep him upright. I don't want to see him running all over the place. Designed runs are fine, but I don't want him to be flushed out of the pocket regularly by this defense.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to see: 75% or higher completion percentage from John Mateer. I want to see us run the ball effectively, because once you get, if you're going to make those corners tackle, good luck. And then also just be disciplined. Just be disciplined. No pre-snap penalties, no dumb stuff.
Yeah, I agree. You want to be clean in everything that you do. And, you could win a game 51-3 like we did last year and not look good. So, I think it's just about making sure that the offense actually looks competent, which, for all intents and purposes, I think most people think it will be. You know what I mean? So,
if he's a top 15 pick, then they're going to be good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, here's where we get into, some nitty gritty. What is your final score prediction? And what's the line, first of all?
35.5. At least last time I looked.
35.5. Let's start this off 55-7. What did you say your prediction was, Jeff?
I'm going to go with 52-10. As much as I would like to see this team keep them out of the end zone, I see them connecting on one deep and just a jump ball that Oklahoma doesn't come down with. There will be at least one bust. We even had a bust against Maine for a long touchdown. It's going to happen. Unfortunately, that kind of stuff week 1 just can't be fixed for whatever reason. But I think we get the cover by a score. A 42-point victory is the margin of victory, 52-10. What say you?
I'm going to say 45 to let me go 52. to 7 is what I would say.
52-7. Okay. A lot of 50s to single digits or just 10.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I said, this is still an FCS team, but as far as FCS teams go, they are much better than what we would typically see from an FCS team. They're not quite North Dakota State, but they're up there.
Yeah.
Won 10 games last year.
Yeah. Agreed.
So they can't take them lightly. They can't just go out there and just say, hey, the front of my jersey says this, so you guys have to lay down now. That's not going to happen.
Right. 100%. But at the end of the day, we still got to take care of business.
Right.
Still time, to do what it do. So
the other players are trying to across the ball from us. So across the ball from them, I should say. I won't be out there. Oklahoma State still 17-7 midway through the third quarter. They are nearing the UT Martin red zone to try and stretch that lead. Central Arkansas about to punt back to Missouri, who is up 33-0. They were going to play 2 quarterbacks, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, this Pribula guy seems to be taking the reins. He's 20 of 24, 217 and 2 tutties. He's also got 64 yards on the ground. So
yeah, I think just off topic, but I think this Raiola kid may not be all he's cracked up to be.
Really, I mean that was a big deal for them to land him, and he fashions himself of Patrick Mahomes. So we'll see. We'll see. He looks like he's always dressed up for Halloween as Patrick Mahomes. So we'll see if he can play like him. But I kind of doubt it.
It's not that your throwing motion makes you whatever. I just don't love it. But I could be wrong. I know people don't like John Mateer's throwing motion either. So
no, I mean like the way he dresses. People were confusing him as Patrick Mahomes. Like, let's see. So let's see. There's literally, when you Google it, it's like Patrick Mahomes copy. Like, look at this kid. Like the top 2 pictures. One of those is Dylan Raiola.
Yeah, it's crazy. The one on the right.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That to the untrained eye would be like, oh yeah, Pat Mahomes. No, Dylan Raiola. So
yeah, that's so crazy. And I bet you he would swear he doesn't try to look like him either.
Oh no, they've been on like podcasts together and all kinds of fun stuff. So who knows? But yeah, I do think that I do think this is an interesting conversation. I want to see where you're at on this, and then before I give my opinion.
Okay.
So if we go up big,
mm-hmm.
Would you rather go straight to Whit Neubauer and retain the red shirt of Mike Hawkins Jr., or would you rather put Michael Hawkins in? And chat, let me get some of your opinions as well. Would you want to save Hawkins' red shirt or attempt to for this year, or would you like to see him get reps against Illinois State? JP, what do you think?
I personally would like to see him get reps. I think the reality is you're hoping that you retain his red shirt anyway. I mean, if I can't even think right now. If John Mateer gets hurt, he's probably going to have to burn it anyways. And so, I don't think one game to me, I don't think one game makes the biggest difference. I would rather see him do that and get reps within it, because he may need to eventually, run out there. I'd rather see that. And I mean, worst case scenario, he's a true sophomore this year. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, the worst case scenario, you still have potentially 2 years with him. Obviously, if he turns out to be what we all think, then you get 1 year. But I mean, we got 1 year with Kyler.
Yeah, I think I am going to disagree with our buddy KRJ on this one. Michael Hawkins Jr. is not a 5-year player at the University of Oklahoma. Like it is impossible that he'll be here 5 years. Simple as that. I think that you want a guy to get run because if everything goes well this year, he will be your starter next year. And then he'll start the year after, theoretically. He would not come back after 2 years of starting at Oklahoma and come back for a 5th year. I don't believe that. I think that you get him reps. You get him, especially with the new offense. You want to get him in-game reps with the new offense.
Yes.
I don't think you want to put him in if he hasn't played all season and Mateer goes down with an injury and it's the first time that he's getting. And I'm not saying Mateer is bound to get injured, but if you look back, when's the last time Oklahoma only played one quarterback for the entire year? It was when Jalen Hurts was a tank and just ran through the Big 12.
Yeah.
Led the team in rushing that year as well. So the odds are, if you just look at the last 5 years, like Michael Hawkins Jr. will have to play meaningful snaps. Yeah. I do not want those meaningful snaps to be his first game experience with this new offense.
Yes.
So
I agree with that.
I think in-game reps are impossible to replicate. They're impossible to practice. So put him in there. There's no way that Michael Hawkins Jr. is your starting quarterback in, 2028. Yeah. There is just simply no way. I think in the NIL era, in the portal era, with elite prospects, with guys that are in that position that aren't really like developmental guys, you just got to forget about red shirts. Forget about it. Because I think if you hold out Michael Hawkins the entire year, he transfers next year. That's what I personally believe. I don't think you can look at Michael Hawkins Jr. and say, we really don't want to play you this year. He's a gamer, man. You're not gonna take that.
Yeah.
I don't think his dad's gonna take that. I think other schools will be in his ear all season if that's how you treat him.
They're gonna let you ride on the bench. Yeah, no, bro.
Nope. Yeah, they're keeping you behind this guy. This guy came in from what? From where? Where? Pullman, Washington. Man, you could play. Man, look at you. You won them their first SEC game. They're just gonna have you hang on the bench and maybe put you in here and there as a gimmick guy. Nah, man, you deserve to be playing somewhere. Yeah. So I think part of that is there's just no way Michael Hawkins Jr. is still around in 2028 to start for the Oklahoma Sooners. Yeah. So you play him this year, get him some in-game reps with the new offense of Arbuckle, and let him get in with the first team if he needs to at times. Even with this game, let him get in with the second team, get reps, stay sharp, and stay ready in case he's got to be thrown into the fire and he's not taking his first rep of the entire year on the field against Alabama or Texas.
Yeah. Nope.
I think we're used to wanting to save red shirts because we're just used to that. Hey, give us more eligibility. The problem is you keep eligibility for the next team he goes to. Yeah. So go ahead and use it. He's not a guy that plans on being in college football 5 years anyways. So let him use his true sophomore year this year, get some reps, start junior year, start senior year. Bye-bye.
Yeah. No, I agree. 100%. I think that like you hit the nail on the head, dude. We don't want to just throw him in there randomly. He's had no reps. And I get that people are like, oh, he's getting reps in practice. And I understand that to a point, but you can reps to twos. I mean, you never know when you're going to need him. And I'd rather, like you said, not have him just wasting away when he could get valuable game reps against Illinois State. Illinois State, while they're a scrub in terms of their FCS, people want to say that they're not actually necessarily a bad FCS team. So, could be quality reps against things that he may not see against Oklahoma. like in practice. But yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I think again, you still have potential 2 years with him after this year, anyways, and let's keep that rolling. So, all right, hey guys, keep us to our score predictions next week. Remember, Trav was what was it 52-10, or is it 50?
52-10.
Yeah, no, it's 52-7. So try to remember that for next week, and we'll be officially back into our game review powered by our guy Sooner Gridiron, who, again, if you don't follow him on X, go and do it. Still think it's a travesty. Dude had like almost 100,000 followers, and whatever happened is weird. And now he's only got like 35, which is crazy. He does great stuff, and I think he'll get back once the season starts. But he cuts that up for us, so we're appreciative. So be on the lookout for that. But for now, it is time for our last installment until probably the off season of Throwback with JP and Trav, or Trav and JP, however you want to say it.
Yeah.
And this week we are doing a game that Travis, you don't even. I guess he does. I guess I did say we do. We're doing a game that Travis has been clamoring for, since the beginning of this time. And Kirby, you know what? For you, that'll be the very first game we do in the off season. I promise.
Maybe that's a bye week game.
Yeah,
we'll take care of Kirby on the bye week.
Bye week. We got you, Kirby. We got you. We hear you, man. We hear you. But without further ado, we are going to get into Oklahoma versus Texas 2023. This was obviously a huge game in the Brent Venables era, especially against Texas when it's been, unfortunately, rough sledding. But, really you could say when Brent Venables has had a healthy Oklahoma team, then, he's been able to beat Texas, but that hasn't been the case.
Just if he had a competent quarterback, he's beat Texas.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So, all right, here we go.
Dylan Gabriel had a nice little 2-minute drill that earned him the QB2 spot.
He did.
You see this? The horns down. We're back for the hat. We've been waiting a year to come back to this stadium. Got a bad taste in our mouths. We're playing well. BB's got this defense playing with their hair on fire. Give me that gun.
Hey, shout out Lee Corso. Shout out Lee Corso, man.
Oh man, Bates
had a great first 5 games at tailback as we get the ball immediately to Xavier Worthy.
Man,
2 years ago.
Also, Billy Bones.
Yeah, that was when I knew the game was going to be different.
Screw it. He did throw a pick. Right to Gentry Williams.
So Gentry did that.
A huge mistake for Ewers, and OU will take over in the red zone.
Travis was going crazy.
Well, I was going crazy because I've told this story before, but I told the scout that was sitting right behind me because in the press box, like I had a scout right behind me, and I was like, it was the Vikings. I was like, hey, who are you here to watch? He was like, 2 tackles, quarterback, and a wide receiver. Xavier Worthy. I think it was Tyler Guyton, and then Kelvin Banks. And I said, man, there's a young guy that's not ready yet, but Gentry Williams, keep an eye on him. And the next play, he picks this ball off. I was like, Gentry, you just made me look like the smartest man alive.
Yeah. Actually, it's a Farouk.
Catch Texas off guard with the
I missed this wide receiver, man.
3rd and 1.
Right.
Hammer forward and get a 1st and goal.
That ball gets out quick.
Gabriel takes off. Darts up the middle.
Gabriel gashed him, man. Absolutely gashed him.
Quickly cashing in the pick.
He's doing well. Hey, I haven't fixed the next time we do it. I'll get premium.
I just got kinetic fiber here at the house. We're at 300 megabits right now. We're flying. Look at that blocking. Look at that blocking.
Playing in his 4th edition of the Red River rivalry, makes a big play now. Ewers, he's been harassed a lot early, fast. Sooners defense not lined up. They close down Brooks. And here's a reverse, another wrinkle on the end around as Keelan Robinson.
I forgot Key Lawrence was still here.
Flanking you.
Oh yeah.
And a throw.
Boom.
Boom.
Tipped up in the air and intercepted. The second
15's
takeaway.
back too. Kendall Dolby, man.
Dolby comes up with the pick.
Was he on the depth chart?
Batted it up in the air.
No, he's hurt.
He went right through
What'd he do?
Sanders' chest in the process.
He's still recovering. He'll be all right.
Oh,
Just a
okay.
grind.
He'll be back soon.
How fitting for him. And it's
Hits his old teammate Jatavion Sanders. I don't think they said that on the broadcast that they were high school teammates.
Here waiting for the
Really
potential
popped him.
threat.
Ooh.
Right there. I think viewers at home watching it live wondered if it might be a defenseless player getting hit up high. Ball is loose, but he hits him clean below the neck area. So it's a clean hit, well timed. Ball goes up into the air, and Dolby's there to pick it off. Trying to make plays with Dylan Gabriel and these receivers.
Fruit commotion, a long throw to Stoops. Got a block on the edge. And he's
I think
Yeah.
Texas would win that.
Derek was so
but they
good
have
in
not been able
2023.
to yet.
no Brooks, not much.
Yeah, he's clutch.
Play fake, far pitch, and slipping a tackle. Texas, the brink of squandering a great opportunity with field position. Ewers has a lot of space, but a long way to go, and just has to flip it away. It's the back. Tyree Walker in motion. Gabriel took a quick peek and then just runs it up the middle.
With fewer numbers in that box, it's still getting
Just having that ability with Mateer this year as well. Just that you hit your back step and you go.
But he's built like a tank. Look at the power there.
Yeah.
Poor little guys are still kind of gelling. Here's pressure off the left.
Remember, straight
Nate Caden's still working his way back from that in that soft cast from the hand. So he'll get out there.
Backpedals and launches downfield for Jaleel Farouk, who makes a catch at the Texas 21.
Jaleel still has one of the coldest photos of him with all that orange smoke behind him.
Well, this is a matchup they want. Catalan is known more as a thumper, and they're able to get downfield, create that one-on-one match, one-on-one.
Down. They don't bring it. Gabriel from the pocket, a long throw to the far sidelines, and a diving attempt.
This
Anthony,
guy's
did you
just-
have it in bounds?
I
Yes, he
I
does.
love watching this,
You see
but it's about to make
the
me mad.
accuracy and the
I know, it hurts seeing all these receivers.
With all the receivers. Because people forget, bro. People forget how good this room was in 2023.
Yeah.
They forget.
Shot here for Zach Schmidt, and that is a straightforward. So Texas had the false start, then they spend a timeout, so still first and 15. Yours changes direction.
Oh,
Trying to escape.
this is that's the picture right there.
Ethan
Yeah.
Downs.
Ethan
Downs standing over Quinn. Oh, what a photo!
But it takes a long
Love
time
it.
to develop.
Watch Laulu take this away. 8 does a good job of anticipating. They ran this exact same play a week ago against Kansas.
Those are the tools at his disposal. There was a lot to bounce back from early. This is Marcus Major.
Travis's favorite running back ever.
Marcus Major. I hear he's going to break out this year.
Lined up to defend the pass on the far side, but they handed off to Major.
Texas trying to avoid that against this
Supposed to be
tempo.
Adrian Peterson.
Play fake. Gabriel flips it
Thank you
short.
coming.
Major makes one man miss. Is knocked down. Gabriel has time and delivers a pass. Caught far side. It's a first down to Farouk.
I don't know if it's because he's lefty and he's not the tallest. I mean, I know people compare Tua's kind of his system and the way his mechanics. That ball gets out so quick.
I just,
Give credit to that offensive
I
line.
get
giving it
that, like,
time.
people felt like DG had his limitations. I will never, ever forget how many people, and Travis, you will appreciate this, because we were, I felt like for a time, not enemy number one, that's not necessarily correct, but like having to dispel this narrative that like we should be playing Jackson Arnold instead of Dylan. You remember that?
Right. Yeah, I
In
know.
2023, like we were like, what are y'all talking about?
We need to go back and look at some of those videos of us defending DG and everybody begging for Jackson Arnold in the comments and see how they feel now.
We can see the middle of the field. He's a 5-star quarterback. We need to put him in the game. Okay, bro.
Nice job, the double team there in the middle, the center range.
And they act like DG was bad, like having a bad year.
Oh,
He had a-
hold on. This is the goal line stand. We got.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not.
You lose 4.
This isn't the one, but I thought it was.
Yeah, man, I think he saw that coming. That's a good job by Brent Venables, schooling him up and getting him ready to anticipate anytime he sees motion coming to him. Be ready for that threat, just in case they hand him that football.
Brooks motions out 5 receivers. Ewers has some space, pump fakes, and is not going to fool anybody.
Jaron Canning.
Jaron Canning right there.
Yep.
Minute 53. They pitch it to Andrew Anthony, who
Leading tackler against Texas.
and they're going to run the ball. And Major will be real
Hey,
patient.
I have a tone for that. I didn't say he was him over Dylan Gabriel. He never came out of my mouth.
Throw, caught, and spinning free is Farouk. They chase him down, but it
God.
play made one man miss. This guy is so good after the catch.
He sure is. And again, this is the improvement. Look how far he is near the side.
Gabriel took a look left, now dumps it down over the middle, and this is Walker with the catch. Breaks free again. You can't get this dude down.
Motions out.
Gabriel takes off, has a little crease, makes a man miss. Still
It's not cap, Kirby. You won't be able to find one tweet where I ever said we should play Jackson instead of DZ.
Very capable
Never.
of making plays.
Farouk's in the backfield. He's got it. Speedy around the edge, and it's a first down.
God, healthy Farouk was so good.
I know, man.
Short of
Hey. Stog.
Look at Stog with the one-handed grab with 4 guys on him.
Walker makes his way again.
Ooh.
To bring him down.
This was their defensive line being difference makers.
On 3rd and 2, they flip it to Stoops, who reaches back, makes the catch.
Stoops.
You can hear the Stoops in the crowd.
Gabriel, long throw near side. Anthony spins free of one tackler, wrestled down at the 25.
Look at just the extra yards that got picked up by this receiving core.
Right.
Extra yards after contact.
Because none of them healthy last year.
And that's Stogner, the tight end.
Right.
Respect things out wide, and then they gut you into the middle.
Keeper. Gabriel follows a block and now skips out of bounds at the 8-yard line.
That's a touchdown if it follows the block, but
2 backs in the backfield.
That's all right.
Walker, who plows ahead. It's Walker.
it don't matter. That Texas interior defensive line didn't want no problem.
Stretch the lead with their first possession of the second half, taking 75 yards in 13 plays.
He's playing right now, I think.
Yep.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, yeah.
This offensive line, they're just looking to push and create this hole. Good job here. Throw Stogner in there as well. Offensive line doing their job, and again, the tough running by Walker.
Ewers trying to get things going here. And they're down by 10 for the first time this season. They test the middle, and that's Danny Stutzman just swarmed in there. Stutzman not 100%
Communion.
but fighting through it.
I love to watch this guy play football. I mean, he is a throwback. And in a weekend where Dick Butkus has passed away, and we're all thinking about him and his family.
Sanders throws a block there, but not enough to protect the quarterback for all. Ethan down. Big off the edge.
We never saw Ethan like that, man. He was hot.
In this game, there really wasn't
Ethan was so Oklahoma, bro.
big impact today.
Ethan was possessed this game.
A tough block there.
He said, "Get off me."
Coming over from the right over to the left. And I'll tell you what's impressive there is Downs worked through first, the tight end.
God, what
Bring the pressure.
an iconic play.
Steps up, thinks about running. He'll take
This is the fumble, right?
Yep.
It comes loose, still rolling around, and Oklahoma
He
has
got
it.
popped.
Gentry Williams,
Yeah, he
an
did.
early pick. Now he's got
I
We
really
should have won
thought
this
we
game by
were-
20.
I was going to say, I thought we were about to run away with that, bitch.
Peyton Bowen, the true freshman, causes that with a major hit. This guy's a true freshman. It's what you fear when a quarterback takes off. Keeping the ball in tight, he did. But the freshman, who they say is a superstar in the making, comes up, unloads
This
into
was her
Ewers
last
and knocks that ball loose.
Made an impact first as a special teamer. Bowen has blocked 2 punts this season.
He just got the ball out quickly.
Backs are in to give Brooks a breather, and the young fellow's going to be swarmed behind the line. DeJoun Terry, who had been out of the game, is back in, making the play.
He's the Tennessee transfer, fifth-year guy. Usually known as a guy that gets eats blocks, but with him reaching, see that offense line?
2 plays to pick this up. Hand it off inside the 10-yard line. That set that up. Sooners back to work. Farouk finds the edge. Look out. He can fly. Knocked out across the 40.
It's also weird to say like Farouk can fly. Like he on that team, like I never thought of him as like the speedster, you know.
He tries to get there with his legs. Gets a block on the edge, but will not get there. Fought really hard, but Derek Williams, the true freshman in for Catalan, made the tackle on the far side.
Oh, this is when Andrew got freaking hurt, bro.
Yeah.
And then you
blocking.
out of space, getting off of a potential block by Drake Stoops.
To enhance the beat, lining up in the backfield.
Here it is.
And they handed off to Brooks. Behind all that, they couldn't create enough
Kip.
for nothing.
Boy, good job of working around
Well,
that.
Andrew doesn't
Didn't
get hurt.
see all that size, no problem. He's going to get downhill and work around that. That's a great job by Kip Lewis, the redshirt freshman.
Redshirt freshman. The fullback position, it's Murphy in front of Brooks. Takes the pitch. And they're trying to push the pile. They won't get there. Hassan McCullough on the stop, and the Sooners really earn this final yard.
Hey, McCullough takes the fight to Murphy. He's not the biggest guy, but watch this hit. There's sweat right there, but watch this collision right here. Instead of sitting back waiting, bang, he hits him and blew that play up. That's a heck of a job, the IU transfer.
So they haven't gained an inch in 2 plays. Brooks again. And again, they've got him behind the line. Oklahoma rises up with Danny Stutzman combining with Hassan McCullough. It's 4th down and goal.
But as big as you are, if you don't block this guy, you're not going to score running up the middle. Nobody picks up Stutzman, who's the ball hawk, the guy that makes all the tackles on this team. Smart, tough, instinctive. And you may have all that size, but you come very predictable when you go 3 straight trying to run behind the big boys.
That didn't work at all. 3 plays, they lose a yard. Another 4th down play for the Longhorns. Got to hurry here. Play clock at 4. They're going to throw for it. Worthy! Stop short! 4 plays from the 1. They can't get in. An Oklahoma goal line stand that just became part of the lore of this rivalry. Billy Bowman got there. Wow, what a moment.
Like all the Texas fans tried to claim face mask.
Yep. Never that. Never
Are
that.
you kidding me?
Unbelievable.
OU protecting a 7-point lead.
God.
To work from the 1. Hand off to the end zone. Breaking free is Walker. He's got a lot of breathing room. A 1st down. Not showing pressure. They only rush 4. And Gabriel flushed out. Pump fakes. Takes off. And takes a big shot. Gabriel again takes a quick peek and then takes off. Weaves his way through traffic. Loose. Dylan Gabriel finally chased down.
Hawkins and Mateer both house that.
Yeah.
Keaton Crawford.
Is Mateer that fast?
Touchdown, but that's the run of his life.
Again, watch the middle linebacker. He's right there, Jalen Ford. You're talking about, again, not just one of the best players on Texas.
Hawkins
but
definitely
as
has
fast as
some
anybody in the country. So the first thing they need is that first down to get their tempo going.
How aggressive will Texas play it? They only rushed 3.
No, this was just a masterful drive, dude.
And it's complete
God.
for a 1st down. He found Stoops.
Put your seatbelt on. That's what they wanted. Now just a matter of getting lined up. Texas got to be ready to be aggressive, not be conservative, sitting back.
Long throw gets made. Farouk makes one man miss, and suddenly in a couple of plays, they're in Texas territory.
That's 2 plays, and he gets out of bounds.
Look for an ATM from
Oh.
our bank.
Oh.
We'll have to pay a small fortune in
I know.
fees.
BMO has more fee-free ATMs in the
I mean,
Could be the
that's
last
what this
one.
offense can do for you. Farouk now is having a huge day, 130 yards on the day receiving.
Gabriel, pocket collapsing, he escapes. Flips it across
Bink.
the middle and Stoops running free. And the legend's son moves the football down into the red zone in the final minute.
Boy, Jalen Ford came up. Remember, he's been lost when Gabriel's run. That time he came up and it opened up a throw to Stoops.
Gabriel pump fake, launching for the end zone, incomplete. There was a battle on the far sideline and a flag comes out. Brooks was defending Nick Anderson. And his playmakers have moved the ball down in 28 seconds here inside the 10.
There's a aggressive pylon cam showing to the end of that slant and go, but an obvious pass interference in the right call.
It's going to be Tawee Walker's show in the backfield. Holly reporting Marcus Major not available, out of this game. First down. Going to throw for it. Now he'll take off. And knocked down at the 3.
Jackson would have fumbled that.
Timeouts. Will they spend it here?
Jackson wouldn't have gotten down
I
here.
think Texas is just going to hope that their defense can hold on here. OU's got to throw incompletions or score. They cannot afford to get tackled inbounds.
Gabriel.
Walter Rouse blocking 2 people.
Touchdown.
Yeah, that was legendary. Nerd. He should be here.
His first catch of the football game. Younger brother of Rodney Anderson, former Oklahoma running back, has put the Sooners on top.
With Nick Anderson going in motion. Watch the reaction from Texas right in the back as he responds. He calls it off, says, hey, you got him, you got him. Now watch the Texas reaction here once he goes into motion. He said, you got it, I got him? Who has it? I don't have him. And then he's lost. So a miscommunication on the back end from the Texas secondary with that pre-snap movement created doubt and hesitation by Jaron Thompson. They weren't quite sure who had it. Matched up man-to-man. He sneaks into that back of the end zone. And how about the line? 6 of them standing on the goal line waiting for the throw.
Ewers hoping for time to launch. They come after him. Does step forward. Hit as he throws. A high ball near the goal line. Broken up. Batted down. Oklahoma wins it.
Hey,
Key.
he was talking, man.
Key always talking. Key's talking right now. I don't know where he is, but he's talking right now.
I don't know where he at. He's talking though. Oh man, that was
What a game.
It was a game, man. It was enjoyable, and let's hope that this year, the odd year, in the rivalry, is just another year for us.
Yep.
Let's hope that we see that happen. But man, it was a fun night. I am so ready, as I'm sure the rest of you are, for Saturday night, evening, 5 p.m. y'all's time, 6 p.m. my time. I know where I'm going to be plopped up, ready for some Oklahoma football, baby. We're back. We are back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
again, man.
Well, I will be Friday. I'm going to be out and about. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll run into some people there in Norman. Saturday, we'll be tailgating, of course. But then post game, we'll be at O'Connell's. Come by, say hello. We're going to do 90 minutes of straight radio. No commercial breaks, no anything like that. Going to be a lot of fun. So 90 minutes straight at O'Connell's, legendary O'Connell's on Campus Corner. Come check us out. But also, again, mark your calendars. The Tuesday after the Michigan game, we're looking at Tuesday the 9th. We will be doing a show together. JP and I will be doing a show together in Indianapolis, post-Michigan, pre-Temple. And because his Indiana Pacers finished second this year in the NBA, that's great. Second's good. Not quite as good as first, where the Oklahoma City Thunder finished. He will be eating a hot wing doused in Da Bomb Beyond Insanity hot sauce, made famous by Hot Ones. Again, September 9th, mark your calendars. JP will be starting the show eating that wing, and then we'll have to do the whole show. I will be there to make sure he has no camera difficulties. He can make sure to make it through the whole show. So appreciate you guys all joining, and Boomer.
Sooner.